The Durrell Museum was once the armory for the Arm Lads Brigade, and the Arm Lads Brigade was a very prestigious paramilitary organization that was started right here in the very picturesque community of Durrell. And that started in 1908, and when they needed a bigger meeting place, the volunteers and the lads built this building, and that was in 1910. Now, how did the organization start? Well, there was a soldier that came here in 1908, and he noticed how the morale was down with some of the young men in the area, and from his background and his training, he decided to form the organization. And that's how the Arm Lads Brigade started. When the Arm Lads Brigade ended in the late 1960s, the community came together and volunteers and decided, we need to keep the memory of the Arm Lads Brigade alive and in honoring those men who went and fought in World War I and World War II. So in 1978, the Arm Lads Brigade, the Armory, became the Durrell Museum. The museum houses a lot of artifacts dating back from the 1800s into the early 1900s. We have a mounted polar bear. A polar bear came to Twillingate 22 years ago, and so the year 2000. We have a new exhibit on the Great Auks. A lot of people come here and ask about those birds. Those birds went extinct in 1844, and not a lot of people know about those, but here you can see the actual height and life size of what they were. We also have fishing artifacts. We have a ship's wheel, things that pertain to the fishery in the early days. I think what this museum holds, and especially for people who are from the Durrell and Twillingate area, is when they come here to see like their grandparents' name on things that have been donated and things that when they were young that they might have seen or been a part of. For example, like we have the propeller from the Bonnie Neal, and that was the hospital boat that sailed around to little communities around Notre Dame Bay. We have the ship's wheel that belonged to the Bessie Marie, and she was a big schooner owned by the Ashburns. And Ashburns were really big merchants here in Twillingate at one time. So our museum do house a lot of artifacts from them. We have a big fish jig here. A lot of people find that interesting because that's how the sock cod was weighed and then packed in the barrels. We have an exhibit here on the coopering, which how the barrels were all made. The hidden gems of this place, well, we got a lot of different little things. For some people, they love to come here and, the organs stand out to them. We have a lot of organs here, and we even let some are still in working use, and we let some guests play them every now and then, so that's really special. Museums house your history. We preserve and keep it alive and keep it protected for years and years to come. We can't change history. It was what it was. These things that were used and things that happened, the story needs to be told. It has to be kept for future generations to, enjoy and even to learn from.